Welcome to another exciting episode of Just Me TV magazine. I'm Victoria Marule.
And I'm Nicholas Kubalo. In today's episode, we sat down with the king of GH rap, hip-hop star from Africa, Ghana, D Black.
He is also a business entrepreneur, so there's more to the man than the music here on your radio.
And don't forget to mention, Vix, that he's the first African star that spits in English from Ghana.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's hear his inspiring story. He is featured on BET as Ghana's premier hip-hop artist. He has also shared the stage with Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, and Stevie Wonder. Wow, really, I'm really excited. Today we have D Black. What an awesome privilege. He is a trailblazer for Africa. This man is a legend ahead of his time. And also, we're going to hear more of his inspiring story, where it all started. Please, D Black, tell us more. Where did it all start?
Okay, thank you so much for that introduction. I started making music when I was 18 as a hobby. In the beginning, I got kicked out of school, so I started writing music while I wasn't going to school. I had to be out of school for a couple of months. I got back to school and started performing. I went back to uni, and as soon as I was done with university, the month after I put out my first song, and 3 years down the line, here I am today.
Wow, what type of kid were you growing up?
I was very quiet. I wasn't one of those people that grew up trying to be a musician. I was taking my education seriously, but at a certain point, I wanted to get into music, and I was in boarding school. So where I lived and where my school was were 3 hours apart. So I always had to find a way to get home to be able to hit the studio, and most of the time the school never gave you permission to leave and come back home as regularly as I wanted to. So I used to break bounds, come to the capital city, Accra, without permission. I got caught twice, got suspended, and it paid off still. I'm here making music today.
And just growing up, you mentioned that you used to go to the town and to Accra. Now, how was it like growing up in Ghana? How was the climate as you were growing up? Did it entertain music? Was it conducive for you?
When I was younger, they didn't play a lot of hip hop music. Most of the music that we were playing in Ghana was hip hop music, which is music made in a local dialect. I don't have such a strong grasp of my local dialect, so it was difficult to get my music on radio in the beginning because not a lot of people were playing music done in English. All hip-hop music. There was a lot of hip-hop music on the radio, but now hip-hop music is dominating the airwaves. Back then it wasn't like that.
Wow, so who was your first hip-hop, god? The person who you heard his music and you're like, hip-hop is what I want to be. This is what I want to do.
It's not just one person. I started listening to hip-hop late in my life. I probably was about 17. I grew up in a broken home. My parents were divorced when I was about 8, and I was living with my mom. I grew up with my mother, and she wasn't one of those people who listened to that kind of music. So I had no introduction to hip-hop music till late in my life, where one of my half-brothers came back into the country from the States and brought Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt album, Life and Times of Sean Carter, Nas's Nostradamus album, and then I started listening to hip-hop music. I fell in love with hip-hop music there, and then I started writing. When I went back to school, I started writing my own songs, and that's where I took it from.
Do you remember the first song you wrote?
No, I don't. I don't remember. I remember the first song I put out on radio.
Okay.
The first time I put music out, I was in a group. It was myself and another Ghanaian rapper who was in Big Brother a couple years back called Quick with T. We called ourselves D Black and Quick with T. It was called Move. That was the first song I put out ever. This is about 3 years and a couple months ago.
Now, your family, did they approve of your career choice? Did you find any struggles?
Nope. My mother kicked me out the house when I said I wanted to rap. And yeah, but It's paid off, man. My mother kicked me out the house. My mother's one of those people. She went to school all her life. She has like 2 master degrees, and wanted the same thing for me. But sorry, mom, I wanted to do music.
Well, you heard from the man. He got kicked out of the house for hip hop. Now that is passion at a whole new level. Join us just after the break to hear more from him.
People, this is a microphone. That is a camera. The lights are on. The tape is rolling. There's a person behind the camera. I'm on the red carpet. These are the Channel Awards. Basically, the gist of what I'm saying is that my name is DJ Cleo, and you can see me because you're watching Just Me TV magazine.
We're back from the break and you're watching Just Me TV magazine. I'm Victoria Marule, and today we have D Black, who is telling us more of his inspiring story. And also, D Black, tell us a bit. Getting into the industry, the struggles that you faced. I mean, the industry is easily saturated, and you mentioned on how you struggled to get your sound heard. Tell us more. How did you overcome it?
In my country, like I said before, hip hop music was not as popular as it is now. There was a lot of hip life music being played. Hip life music meaning music in a local dialect, singing or rapping in a local dialect. That's what it's called in my country. A lot of hip hop music wasn't being played, and that's like the first hurdle you need to cross to be able to get your sound heard. And I was a new artist. There's so many of them out there. At that point, there were so many of them out there that were trying to get their music heard. I was new, but I think I had a great team. I had a hardworking team. And we pushed, and finally the music got on radio. Gradually, it got on TV. It got around the continent in a couple countries, and by God's grace, we're here today.
Awesome, awesome. So, do you think the music industry is saturated?
Music evolves. A couple of years back, the music scene was not what it is right now. And I wouldn't say saturated, but I just feel like everybody's doing different stuff. We can't have the same kind of music playing. Everybody has their opinions on what good music is. I think the music industry in Africa really is bringing countries on the continent together, and I think it's a good thing.
Wow, that's awesome. Tell us a bit about your album, Music, Life, Love.
That was my first album, Music, Love, and Life. I put it out in 2010 in September. That's what got me here today, man. I have just one album out. My second album drops next month. However, Music, Love, and Life had 20 songs on there. I did a lot of collaborations on that album. I had Two-Face from Nigeria on the album. I had a lot of musicians from my country. I had Sarkodie on there. I had Reggie Rockstone, who's like the founder of hip life music in Ghana on that album. Get on the Dance Floor was the biggest song off of that album. That's what brought me to the Channel Awards last year. BET Awards, the Best African Artist, off of that album. And this new album is a super one as well. Get it when it comes out. It's called The Revelation.
Ah, why the revelation? What's the message behind it?
Really and truly, Music, Love, and Life was sort of like a compilation of songs that I'd recorded over the years that I just picked up and put onto one CD and said, listen, this is my first shot. Here it goes. The Revelation is the real me. I took time out to construct this album, and it reveals the person that D Black is inside. Yeah, that's why the album is called The Revelation.
So what makes you unique as a musician? What's your signature?
I'm not just a musician. I'm a very business-minded person. I do a lot of business on the side. I have a marketing and advertising firm, and the team that I work with pushed the music in the direction that I wanted to go. I feel like combining those two things is what makes me special.
Wow, that's really, really awesome. So what's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now is a song that's #1 in my country at the moment is from this guy called D Black. There's a song called Vera.
Ah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Charlie Original, girl, no show Black Power. That's one thing I talk I know here.
Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. Vera. Oh, Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be so you dey do me. I wear you like a shorty every day. You dey my body. See, I loved you truly. Oh, Vera. It be so you dey do me. The food where you dey chop when you move it for me drop. I loved you truly. Oh, Vera. We were chilling at the movies. You keep the guy your number. If you do, I make it holla where you feel. Say I know see. Hey. Oh, Vera. What happened to the Louis? You find another lover where you buy a better shot where you feel. Say I know see. Hey. Vera. It be so you dey do me. When you know say I dey sick, when I holla you no pick, you dey sleep with my homies. Oh, Vera, I suffer pay your school fees. You dey fire new teacher, wait tell another nigga where you spread for the hood, see? Vera, shut up, Vera. Oh, Vera, Vera, oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. Oh, Vera, it be me when you do me like that. So like that. Vera, oh, Vera. Vera, oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be so you dey do me. You break where you come out, where you wanna blow me rod, baby, you say I foozy. Vera, I hustle by your new things. Now the brothers saw the holla when you know they give us salad, you be cool, bear, now see. It be so when you do me.
Well, you heard D Black's song Vera. Now we're going to hear more of his inspiring story. Tell us, what attracted you to hip hop? What was it in hip hop that just clicked with your soul?
First time I listened to hip hop music, it was from musicians that have grown, people that were telling their real life stories, and that's what I wanted to do. I started listening to hip hop, listening to Jay-Z and Nas and people like Busta Rhymes and Biggie. And all these artists were telling their stories and their struggles, and I felt like that's something I wanted to do. And I fell in love with hip hop straight off the bat. First time I listened to hip hop music, I was in love.
Wow. And who is the ultimate collaboration? Who would you want to be on stage with?
On stage, I've done quite a bit for myself, but I'd say to make music with, I would love to do a song with Kanye West or Adele. These two are like my number one.
Wow, Adele. Why Adele? She's so soulful and you're hip hop. How do you think the two are going to merge?
The best of both worlds.
Ah, I like a
Yeah.
lot. Wow. Do you have any hidden talents?
I can't dance. I have 2 left feet. So yeah, that's my talent.
Your inability to dance. Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Tell me, what keeps you going? What keeps you on the hustle?
The fact that I can make my country proud, the fact that making music, doing something that I love, could take care of myself and my family and the people around me, it just brings joy and happiness to me. So, and making music is my passion. Promoting music is my passion, and I'm just happy doing what I do.
What can you contribute your success to? You mentioned that you rooted in God and you give all glory to Him. Other elements that drive you?
God first and foremost, and everything else is the rest. Everything is because of God. Without Him, I would not be here. I give everything to God.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, what another inspiring story. You know, it's all about you, Africa. We're bringing all Africans to inspire you. Join us just after the break to hear more from D Black.
Feel the free, Bisa how far. Now my was so over to the top bar. Feel free, Shimon Gwa when I will rock star.
Sanibonani, Jambo, bonjour my people of Africa, it's your boys Timbi Sokoza aka SK, Mr. Gold Diggers, and you're watching Just Me TV magazine. Keep it tuned, keep it locked.
Hey, what up? This is Sugar Max, and you are watching Just Me TV magazine. Eita.
Welcome back from the break, and you're watching Just Me TV magazine. D Black, tell us more. You recently won the Most Gifted Africa West video.
It's been a long time coming. Ever since I started making music, I've been nominated for the Channel Awards. So coming out here for these awards was the 4th time I was coming, and I was always placed in Best West Africa, but I never won. Ghana always lost out to the other West African country, Nigeria. This is the first time Ghana's won in that category, and I'm just happy it's me. I'm so happy. Shout outs to the beautiful Mo Cheddar from Nigeria that featured on the song, to the producer Sami Black, and to the men that shot the video, GOG, more famous films back home in Ghana. God bless you guys.
Wow, do you think you've arrived now as an artist? Like,
I'm still coming. I'm still coming. I see myself as an upcoming artist still. I'm still learning. I started rapping not too long ago. I started making music not too long ago, so I feel like there's still more room. I'm still working. Listen to this album. Get the album. It's a fantastic album, and when you finish listening to the album, make your own opinions.
oh, that's nice. I like that. Do tell us, what other awards have you won so far?
There's a lot of them stemming from when I started making music. 2009 till now, there's about 32, 33 nominations, 7 of them coming from Channel O, 1 coming from the BET last year for Best African Artist, about 12 of them from the Ghana Foresight TV Music Video Awards. I won one recently. Same day I won the Channel O award. I won the Best Collaboration in a Music Video in my country as well for the same song, same video. I won Hip Hop Song of the Year last year at the Ghana Music Awards in my country. There's so many of them, I can't remember all of them.
Wow, impressive accolades. Now, do you see yourself as a role model?
If I am, God, thank you. I'm just trying. I'm just being me, doing the best that I can.
And who is your role model?
I have a couple of them. Obama is one. He's number 1 on the list. Jay-Z as a rap artist and as an entrepreneur is definitely one of them. P. Diddy is one of them as well. 50 Cent is number 4 on the list too.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, what would you tell the next generation, the aspiring hip-hop artists, people who want to get into the industry? You have a lot of life lessons that you could share with them.
It's not even just about hip-hop music, about music in general and whatever you want to do. There's something that I call PhD. I have a PhD and I call it prayer, hard work, dedication.
I like that.
Yeah, I pray. I talk to God in regards to whatever I do concerning my career. You just have to work hard at what you do. If you believe in what you do, work hard at it and be dedicated to what you do. These 3 things will garner you success, and that's the advice that I can give you back at home.
Wow, I actually absolutely love that. Now, where is D Black 5 years from now?
D Black 5 years from now, I'm not a soothsayer or anything, but hopefully God will take me to greater heights. I just want to put my country and my continent on the map. I want to keep making good music. I want to make better music. I want the whole world to know who D Black is and the music that I make. So 5 years from now, hopefully, we'll be there.
Can you tell us your Twitter handles and where fans can find you?
Okay, so my website is www.dblackgh.com. Same for Twitter handle at DBlackGH. And my Facebook is the same thing as well, www.facebook.com/DBlackGH. And come rock with me.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, Africa, yet another inspiring story. Well, you heard the man, PhD. Pray, hard, and determination. Before we finish off, can you please take off your sunglasses so Africa would see the real D Black?
This is a real D Black.
For Africa.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Well, Africa, there you have it. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Just Me TV. God bless and goodbye.
Charlie Original, girl, no show black power. That's one thing I talk I know here.
Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. Vera. Oh, Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be so you dey do me. I wear you like a shorty every day. You dey my body. See, I loved you truly. Oh, Vera. It be so you dey do me. The food way you dey chop when you move it from the drop. I loved you truly. Oh, Vera. We were chilling at the movies. You give the guy your number. If you do, I make it holla where you feel. Say I know see. Alright. Oh, Vera. What happened to the Louis? You find another lover where you buy a better shot. Where you feel. Say I know see. Hey, Vera. It be so you dey do me. When you know say I dey sick, wanna holla you no pick, you dey sleep with my homies. Oh, Vera, I suffer pay your school fees. You dey fire new teacher, wait tell another nigga where you spread for the hood, see. Vera, Vera, shut up, Vera. Oh, Vera, Vera, oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. Oh, Vera, it be me when you do me like that. So like that. Vera. Oh, Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be me when you do me like that. So like that. It be so you dey do me. You break where you come out, where you money blow me rod, where you feel say I foozy. Vera. I hustle by your new things. Now the brothers saw the holla where you know they give us salary. It be cool, bear now see. It be so when you do me. What I never do for you, everything you ask I do. If you love you make a fool, see. I tire for your mommy. As a puppy that for 30, maybe they give her money. Hey, fool bear now see. It be so when you fool me. I don't go worry, take your body, I go find another shorty. It be so when you do me. You see whatever I do me. You talk where I don't trust, now I know they think I'm us. Shall Vera really show me? Oh, Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. Vera. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. Oh, Vera. It be me when you do me like that. So like that.
D, here I'm. My sword didn't rough, sorry, yes, boss.